when we think about things being written, things being predestined, predetermined, there's a bit of a misunderstanding around that, because when most of us think of it, we think of it as though it were somehow written thousands and thousands and thousands of years ago, some other era in the cosmic world by God, just sort of randomly this thing was written, and there's a book floating around in the sky somewhere that's determining my life. Now, things do determine our life. Things do get written, but not because they're being written randomly in the cosmos thousands and thousands of years ago. They're being written based on what you do. Your own karma, your own action is what is writing your destiny. So is it written? Yes. Who wrote it? You did. Do you have the power to write something new? Absolutely. Can you rewind history? No. Can you unwrite what you already wrote? No. But is this very moment the beginning of a new chapter? Yes. So here we are, because it's been written. Every one of us, in a different way, different reasons, different life paths. But it has been predestined. Every one of us is predestined to have been here. Whether it was for you, it was a few months ago. You heard a podcast that I did a few months ago. For someone else, it may be that their grandparents came to this ashram and they've been coming for 40 years, every Christmas time, every winter holiday for 40 years. So it was written in a life pattern that began before they were even born. For somebody else, maybe it was written half an hour ago as they sat on the banks of Ganga in the Arati and weren't sure what they were going to do after the Arati and heard the announcement about satsang and decided to come. It's been written for each of us in different ways. But every one of us, it was predetermined to be here. Was the pre from a past life, from earlier in this life, from 10 minutes ago? Varies. From this moment, though, you are writing your future. Now, yes, of course, there are some karmas, some actions that have not yet borne fruit. You can think of them as seeds that you've planted in your garden a long time ago that eventually are going to come to harvest. You can't unplant them. So there will be seeds and fruits and harvests that will eventually sprout because of things that you planted in the past. But you also now get to plant anything you want. From this moment on, whatever you want to have in your future, and by future, I mean 10 minutes from now, I mean tomorrow, I mean next year, I mean 40 years from now. We're writing it all now. This is why sadhana. This is why introspection and contemplation. It's why we benefit from a guru or wise people or mentors at least, who can help us plant the right seeds that are going to flower in the right ways for what it is that we're looking to achieve in our life, to manifest in our life. Because it is manifestation. But what are you going to manifest? That's up to you. Many, many, many things are possible. These days we're given a little bit of a myth that anything is possible, which is not exactly true, but lots of things are possible. And you've got so many avenues open and pathways open. I mean, from here, you could go and you could sit on the banks of Ganga and you could meditate and have an extraordinarily beautiful experience of self, of awakening. You could go into the market, you could buy a bunch of blankets and jackets and you could give them to the poor people, to the homeless people. You could go and sit somewhere and write a beautiful poem or a song. Or you could go sit in a bar and get drunk. Totally up to you. But the choice you make is the of that which is predestined for you in the future. Each of those things is planting seeds of future. So you ask yourself, what do I want to manifest? And then you move in that direction. It's quite simple. It's not easy, but it is quite simple.